Hello, this is Rachel with Mic Drop Miniatures, and today I'm going to teach you how to make this adorable little garden bench. It's in 1/12 scale. You would have received this in your August 23 miniature subscription box. If you're not a subscriber, you can also get it at micdropminiatures.com. So to get started, we are going to grab, we're going to make the shelf. So we're going to grab A, punch those out. And then we're also going to grab the shelf supports, which are J. So it's really important when you have laser kits like this to wipe down all your pieces. If you feel that they need to be sanded, you can lightly sand them also, because sometimes lasers leave little marks. All right, so to get started, here's the shelf that we're going to make, just so you have a visual. I did go ahead and put guides on the shelves for you to make it even easier. So what you're going to do is add a thin strip of glue. I'm just using wood glue here. And you're going to put it either on the line, either side of the line, wherever. It's just a guide for you so they're all even and the same on both sides. I decided I'm going to put it on the outside of the line. I'm going to run another strip of glue here for the other support. If my glue will come out. I love this glue bottle, by the way. It leaves a really, really thin line of glue, which is amazing when you're making miniatures. I think the hardest part is letting these pieces dry. I do have a tip for you, though. If you add a little bit of super glue with your wood glue, it'll have an instant bond. It's like a chemical reaction, and it'll be an instant bond. I unfortunately don't have super glue, so I'm going to have to make them, I'm going to have to wait for them to dry. So I'm just adding another strip of glue here, and I'm going to add the bottom supports. And set that aside to dry. So here it is when it is dry. I do have a piece. All right, set that aside. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to start making the bench. So we're going to grab E. These are our front, back supports. Here's F. F are our side supports. All right. And then we're also going to grab right now the legs, which are C. There are 8 legs, as you notice. So what we're going to do is rip those apart. And we're going to glue them just so we can get some thicker legs. We're going to glue 2 of them together. Now these do have guidelines for you on where to put the side or the front and back supports. So you want to make sure right there. So you want to make sure that each side you have the lines showing on the same side, whether it's the bottom or the top. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue all my legs together. Making sure that they're flush with each other. All right, look how fast that was. Again, you want to make these dry. Now we're going to add the front support. So with that line, I'm going to put my front support on the bottom of my line. Making sure that they're flush with the sides. And making sure that they're square. So I like to use Lego pieces for this. You can use that or any type of square thing that you have to make your piece square. All right, let that dry. Grab my other 2 legs. Now we're going to do, these will be the back legs. Add my support. Again, making sure that the support is on the bottom of the line. And hold into place, making sure again that they're flush at the sides, that my top is square with my bottom. And see here, hold together. All right, next what we're going to do is add the top supports, which is H. Okay. And then again, making sure that this one is flush with the top. Adding a little bead of glue on each side and then holding it until it adheres. Super glue again would work great for this. Just get a little drop on top of your glue. It makes like a great instant bond. I went to Hobby Lobby to get some and came out with a bag full of a lot of stuff without super glue. But it's something that I learned from someone at the Dollhouse show in Chicago this last April, and it's been a godsend. It's such a great tip. I'm so glad she shared it with me. All right, now you want to let those dry. So my pieces are dry. So next what we're going to do is grab the rack. So this is D. So what you want to do is carefully punch this out without breaking it. It should just pop right out. Again, wipe it down if you think it needs cleaning. Sand it if you think it needs sanding. But if you're going to paint it or stain it, I wouldn't worry too much about the sanding, especially painting. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to add this to the bottom. So we're going to flip our legs up on end, making sure that the legs are in the inside. See how their inside supports are on the outside? And we're going to glue it to the bottom, making sure that it's flush on the sides. So I'm just going to add a bead of glue on each rack. Oh, might as well do the other side right away too. And then just glue into place. Again, it's very important that you make sure it's flush with that side support piece. All right, and then to hold into place, and again, let that dry. So here's my dried piece. And next, what we're going to do is add the side supports. So that's F. Punch those out. They may be on different boards, but there's 4 of them. 2 for the top, 2 for the bottom. And now you're going to glue those into place. You're going to do top and the bottom, making sure that the top is flush, straight with the support that we put on the front and the back. And then making sure that your bottom support is flush with those lines again. All right, go ahead and do the other side. Voila. Look how easy that was. Next, what we're going to do once the pieces are dried is we are going to take the top and we are going to put glue all the way around. And then we're going to put our top into place. I like to make sure that it's flush with the back. This is what it's going to look like. So next you can put your shelf on. And then you can put your picket fence on. Now I already have one that's punched out. This is letter G. Here it is. I'm just going to glue it to the back. And there you go. Awesome. So here it is done again. A couple things you could do with this: paint it, stain it, add some pegs, all those fun things. I would love to see your piece, so please tag me at Mic Drop Miniatures. Thanks for watching.